Welcome tonight, friends and constituents, my fellow Hartsvillians. Welcome to the beautiful Center Theater. First, I'd like to thank my city council, Mayor Pro Tem Caldwell, Councilor Braddock, Councilor Mack, Councilor Delane, Councilor Hungerpiller, last but not least, Councilor Meadows. Thank you so much for joining me on stage tonight. We're all up here on stage because we want to make it clear this is not only the Casey show, but that we make decisions together as your council. We may not always agree, but we respect each other and we respect the process. We discuss our decisions, we treat each other with dignity, and we take the issues at hand seriously, which is what you, our constituents, deserve. So thank you for joining me tonight, council members. And don't worry, I'm told it doesn't look as awkward from their perspective as it feels up here. Are there any elected officials here tonight who are able to join us? Florence Councilman Braddock, thank you for being here tonight. I saw my buddy John Weiss sitting there with him. Thank you for coming all the way from Florence as well. Oh, yes, you, sir. Thank you for coming all the way from Lamar. Pleasure to see you tonight. Oh, yes, County Councilmember Askins, thank you too for being here. I forgot I saw you walk in. I'm sure you all agree that the Center Theater is one of Hartsville's more iconic landmarks. It was built in the 1930s, and there's even a sealed copper time capsule in the cornerstone, I believe in that front corner. Interestingly enough, this historic venue has hosted legendary artists, including Loretta Lynn, the Three Stooges, the Von Trapp family, and my favorite among them, Mr. Johnny Cash. Tonight is particularly special as we witness the grandeur they bear in the midst of this restoration. We've already got a new roof, new HVAC, new lights, a new sound system, and a new chandelier in the lobby that I hope you noticed. If you don't, make sure to look up as you leave this evening. On the way are a new elevator and new restrooms will make this theater fully accessible to everyone. I want to begin by thanking the tremendous work the folks here have accomplished so far for the amazing support for this community. From the state of South Carolina, with Senator Boyd's support and continuing with our current delegation supporting the theater, to the Byerly Foundation, and to all the private contributions which came from many of you who have made this work so far possible, including donors, of course, to the Fill the House campaign. Curious about that, make sure to check out the table in the lobby. Your commitment to preserving our history is commendable. Ben and Kim, I look forward to many more events here, though hopefully next time I'll be enjoying the show from out there instead of standing up here between the two firms. Tonight I have the honor to speak to you about the state of the city of Hartsville. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing an interest in our wonderful city. Hartsville is more than just a place where we live. It is a community of family in a center with an uncommon city with an uncommon spirit. Whether you spent your entire life here or recently made the move to call ours home, one thing is clear. We have something special here in Hartsville. As mayor, it is both my duty and my privilege to represent you, the citizens of this great city. It is a responsibility that I cherish and embrace. Thank you for your trust, your commitment, your patience, and your support as we work together to make Hartsville the absolute best that it can be. 2 years ago, in my first State of the City address, I stood before you to highlight the incredible progress we had made then. Tonight, I'm going to continue that tradition, but with an update. Before I do, I ask that we take a moment to recognize and honor some of Hartsville's devoted servants whom we've lost since my last address. Please join me in honoring the following Hartsvillians that have passed since my last State of the City. Ms. Mildred Burnham, Mr. Clayton Richardson, Mr. Charlie Coker, the Honorable Michael Holt, Mr. James Clemens, Mr. Jim Pennington, Apostle May Bailey, Mr. Luke Arthur, Mr. George Cannon, and of course, Mr. Lewis Brown, who we lost much recently. Each of these men and women played a role in shaping Hartsville over the decades and up until now. To them, and to all of those who have served the city that I haven't mentioned in ways big and small, we extend our greatest gratitude. Though they're no longer with us, their impact will not be forgotten. Now, let's take a look at the present state of the city. First of all, the city's financial standing is one of the strongest indicators of its overall health, and maintaining that standing is a fundamental responsibility of both the city council and the city staff. I'm proud to say that Hartsville remains in an excellent financial position. 2 years ago, I was pleased to announce that our city had earned an S&P Global credit rating of A+, according to a recent audit that was presented to us at council last month, the city has successfully increased the net position over the past few years. That's revenues versus expenditures. And this year was no different. We finished the last fiscal year with a 16% increase. That's $1.9 million year over year across all of our funds. 11% of that increase was from the general fund alone. Net position serves as a useful indicator of our financial position. This is a combination of increased revenue and decreased expenses due to responsible spending amongst our staff. And I'm very appreciative that we all are. Overall, our reserves remain healthy with 3 months' worth of emergency funds on hand as a standard. As you may remember, we set a goal to reach a minimum reserve level of 17% for 3 years. We're now above. And thanks to the hard work of our staff, we exceeded that goal in just 2 years and even reached 30, and we maintained that level ever since. Hartsville remains financially strong. That is something we can all take pride and comfort in. Economic activity is up too. We saw a 30% increase in permits year over year in 24. New housing starts roughly tripled, which is amazing news. 2025 is off to a very strong start, and there are several larger housing projects on the horizon that we hope to see through. What does that mean? Our strong financial position is the foundation that allows us to invest back into our community and to you, our citizens. Thanks to sound decision-making from my colleagues on the council and the also work of our city staff, we continue to secure state and federal funding with little or no cost to taxpayers. Since 24, we've secured an additional $2 million in grants that are funding projects that improve our city and enhance the quality of life for all of you, all of us Hartsvillians. Those projects include renovations of the historic Marion Avenue Cemetery and Green Lawn Cemeteries. If you haven't seen them, I encourage you to ride by. They look great. Construction on a safe walking path along Washington Street, providing a safer route for children traveling to school. Long-awaited upgrades to Barlow Park that are kicking off soon. And new bulletproof vests and modern radio for all of our police officers. Thank you for the police officers who are here tonight, by the way. We really appreciate you. We also were able to add another school resource officer to enhance student safety in our city. And we were awarded the highly competitive EPA Brownfields Assessment Grant Program, which will help us identify and then later redevelop underused properties. We're very excited to see that kick off. And also, last but not least, a $5 million expansion to the runway at Hartsville Airport. All in all, added up, we've been awarded $13.8 million in grants from the state federal government. Some of whom is no match, importantly, since 2022, and preparing for even more in the coming months. It never stops. We've also invested, as I mentioned, in our public safety efforts, including ordering new breathing apparatuses for our firefighters. That was to the tune of $370,000. It took a very long time to accomplish what we did. Speaking of public safety, police activity up and crime rates are down. We are prosecuting more serious drug and firearm cases and taking more firearms off the street. 141 guns last year alone. That was an increase of 32% year over year. Very appreciative of the efforts of the Hartsville Police Department there. As a result of those efforts, criminals are apparently choosing to do their business elsewhere. As violent crime in Hartsville is down 11%, and property crime is down 30% just 1 year over the other. We're working to make sure that everyone in Hartsville feels safe and can sleep soundly at night. All of these efforts from development projects, park improvements, and public safety programs are to ensure that Hartsville is a great place to live so that year after year we are growing. And that growth allows us to give back to the community. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about for us up here on stage. In the coming months, we'll work together to bring this vision to life, and I invite each of you to be a part of that journey. Which is now I've come to the point where I'm excited to discuss the 2025 master plan that we revealed Tuesday at our city council meeting. Hartsville's future is bright, but it is up to us and all of us to shape it. Past Tuesday marked an important milestone as we presented the final draft of our much-anticipated 2025 master plan that we've been working on for months. It has been 10 years since we last undertook an initiative of this magnitude, and after many public input sessions, a lot of discussion, one thing is clear. The people of Hartsville have spoken. You have shared your hopes, dreams, and concerns, and we've listened. This master plan is not just a document to sit on a shelf. It is a roadmap for our future, establishing the current and updated data areas. I want to highlight a few of those. The first is driving economic growth within the city and throughout the entire city. We are committed to expanding economic opportunities throughout the city, not just in one area, but in every neighborhood, in every district. To do that, we will introduce new business incentives to attract companies to support local entrepreneurs, fashion line across town. We will focus on key development areas to bring investment and job opportunities closer to home. We will strengthen workforce training programs to ensure that every resident has access to quality, well-paying jobs. Second, we are expanding housing options for all of Hartsville. A thriving city needs a diverse range of housing options that meets the needs of families, young professionals, and seniors alike, and all of those in between. We will encourage the development of new affordable homes while preserving Hartsville's unique character. We will revitalize aging neighborhoods, improving housing quality, and ensuring that longtime residents can stay in the communities that they love. We will promote intentional growth strategies that create vibrant, livable spaces where people can live, work, and of course play. Third on the list from the plan is creating a walkable, connected city, like I mentioned earlier. We're shaping a Hartsville that is accessible, pedestrian-friendly, and well-planned. Updates to our zoning and ordinances will encourage mixed-use development, allowing for a better blend of residential, commercial, and public spaces. We're investing in sidewalks, bike lanes, public spaces that will make our city safer, greener, and easier for everyone to navigate. We'll enhance our downtown and our neighborhood centers, making them again more walkable, inviting, and connected. A fourth priority is strengthening and revitalizing South Hartsville. We're committed to ensuring every part of our city shares in our progress, with a special focus, of course, on South Hartsville. We're going to invest in infrastructure, roads, and public spaces to improve the quality of life. Small businesses in South Hartsville will have access to resources, grants, and technical support to help them grow. We will prioritize community engagement, ensuring the residents have a voice in shaping the future of their neighborhood. Altogether, we're creating one unified Hartsville. At its core, this plan is about building one Hartsville, a city where growth is shared, opportunities are widespread, and every resident feels connected and valued. This isn't just a government plan, it's a community vision. It was shaped by you, and together we will bring it to life. As we move forward, I encourage each of you to stay engaged, like being here tonight. Thank you. To share your ideas with us and your concerns, and to be part of Hartsville's transformation going forward. Hartsville's best days are ahead of us, and together we will build a stronger, more connected, and more vibrant city. But to wrap it up, Hartsville, of course, is more than just a city, it's our home. It's a place built by the hands of those who came before us and shaped by the dreams of those of you who are here today. As we move forward, let us do so together, with pride in what we have accomplished and determination for what is yet to come. Thank you for your support, your trust, and your commitment to making Hartsville better. We are better because of you, not because of me. We are better than we have to be. Thank you all.